What's up, flappers? Welcome back to another video, and today I want to keep this short. I really do. I want to keep this video short. I say that, but I need to get this video to 8 minutes so I can monetize it properly. So I'll do my best to keep it short and sweet. Let's just get the most difficult thing out from the get-go. All right, if you're asking for my honest opinion, I would say to skip Hu Tao. And all right, oh god, I just lost half of you guys. All right, so for the 50% who did not click off the video, I want to provide some logical reasoning and backing as to why I'm saying what I'm saying. Okay, so it's no longer a secret that Zhao, Ganyu, right, they're all making a comeback. And currently, if you want me to place and rank these units, I would rank Zhao as the best just general mob fighter. And even for single target, he isn't that bad of an option. He does have his issues, but definitely a very strong choice if you're lacking a damage unit. Zhao is probably a good and safe pick. Followed by that, Hu Tao is there. She's great at single target. If you wanted to do multi-target attacks, it's not impossible with her charge attacks. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely a little tricky. It takes a little more getting used to. You can definitely skewer enemies with her charge attack, right? I'm sure any Hu Tao player can attest to this. Hu Tao can definitely attack multiple enemies at the same time if you line them up properly, right? If you can line them up properly, that means during your fight, not only are you dodging abilities, you're also making sure you're dodging in a way where it lines you up for a great charge attack, and you cancel your charge attack after you dash to the second unit. It gets more complicated than it needs to be, but I'm just saying, for all those Hu Tao lovers out there, I hear you guys. She's not completely useless when it comes to group enemies, but you can't argue the fact that Zhao just makes it so much easier to fight grouped enemies. And when even against single target boss kills, Zhao does have his dash, his E, along with a great scaling from his base stats, right? That's irrefutable at this point. So I think at C0, Hu Tao does lose to Zhao if you just compare them as overall damage units. Hu Tao does have the added benefit of pairing with Xingqiu, which is a great asset to pulling for her, right? But if we're talking about C1, right, Zhao's C1 versus Hu Tao's C1, I do think Hu Tao starts to edge out a little more, giving her that more space to maneuver, more stamina to work around, more resources. Definitely leans more edge back into Hu Tao because Hu Tao now gets to reclaim her spot in single target, and for those who knows what they're doing, can also close the gap a little bit in area of damage. But here's the thing, right? I haven't even talked about the real reason why I honestly urge you all to skip Hu Tao, at least for this time, and that's coming from a guy who has been playing Hu Tao since whenever she was released back in 1.3, I believe, right? Been playing her since then, haven't stopped. So why am I saying this? It's because of Ganyu. And listen, all right? I get it. Play who you want, play who you love, whatever, la. Yeah, we get it, right? But you can't argue. Hu Tao, Ganyu, Zhao, these are all characters with huge fan bases, right? People love these units, and it's for good reason. All three of these units, right, I wouldn't really judge your preference, but they all have likable traits. People who like Ganyu's personality, people who like Hu Tao's feistiness, right? People like Xiao's edginess. You can't deny that. So when you say pull for who you like, oftentimes, who do you think are the people who click on these videos? It's the people who like all of these units, who can't decide, wow, I love them all. I would give my left nut for all three of them. Maybe that's a little greedy, right? Maybe that's a little greedy, judging by Mihoyo's pricing standards, but I give a lot, right? If I could, I would give anything for all three of them, but I can't. I need to make a choice. And here's where it comes in. The single reason that I think Ganyu steps above Hu Tao and Zhao is because of flexibility, all right? For people who are low spenders, even smaller whales. I had a whale who I was able to review their account, multiple C6 characters. They said they're gonna skip Ganyu. They even have the Amos Bowl, and I mentioned on stream, here are the merits of Ganyu, and guess what? The man did come back and say, hey, they are considered getting Ganyu now, and they listened. They were convinced of the merits of Ganyu. A guy with multiple C6 units who refused to pick up Ganyu is saying, okay, I'm going to pick up Ganyu. Why? It's because This unit performs at an S tier level in 3 different roles. All right, yes, there are characters who can be S tier in a singular role, but for a character to be filling S rank in 3 roles, that is unheard of. There is not another character in the game right now that can match up to the resourcefulness of investing into a single C0 Ganyu. No one can match that. No one. I don't think we need to mention her as the main DPS option. Till this day, no one has been able to beat out her DPS threshold. She's still up there as the queen, single target, multi-target, whatever. She's the best, right? Now we're talking about the support DPS position and the support position. Now, a lot of people always ask me, Walrus, what the hell do you even mean? Aren't they the same thing? What's the difference between a support DPS and a support? Okay, here's the difference. A support DPS needs to fill the field time that the main DPS is lacking. Now, if you're running someone like a Tartaglia, if you're running someone like a Hu Tao, if you're running someone like a Zhao, oftentimes you're going to have times when these main DPS needs to leave the field, and this is when the support DPS can come in, fill that gap with a ton of damage. Now, you would expect someone like Ganyu who has no gimmicks, it's literally just charge attacks. You don't need to freaking activate something. There's no conditions. You don't have to sacrifice like 2 goats and a sheep just to be able to do damage. You just pop her in, do 2 charge attacks, you know, maybe even drop an E, and she's out. And if you want, you can drop her burst skill as well, right? She has access to that even in the support DPS position. So in the support DPS, she's really not that different from a main DPS. And if you're asking who can output the most amount of damage in like a very short, small window of time, who better than Ganyu? One of her charge attack can rival a Zhongli burst skills level of damage. Just think about that as your support DPS, right? You can actually throw her in a lot of different teams as well. Her being cryo, she can be in freeze teams, she can be in melt teams, right? If you want her to be in super conduct team, guess what? She's also the best cryo applicator available in the game to date. And this moves us into her in the support position, all right? Ganyu is the only character, listen up, right? Again, the only character in the game who can have their burst up 100% of the time. I don't think anybody has forgot this. I'm just trying to, you know, highlight it. For an energy cost of 60, her duration is 15, her CD is 15. Go check, go look, go away and look. Try to find another character with as much AoE coverage as Ganyu. You know what? Does it even have to be AoE? There is no character in the game that can have a 100% up burst time. Nobody, only Ganyu. On top of that, her burst skill also covers a wide area and applies cryo, one of the best element for application in the game. Not to mention it just does a crazy amount of damage as well. It's insane, this character. I don't know how anybody can argue that Ganyu isn't the premier choice between Hu Tao, Zhao, Ganyu, Albedo, you know, even Ito. I would love to eat my words, but until miHoYo shows us what Ito can do in the patch 2.3 livestream, I am heavily pushing for Ganyu, and people listen, it's just a C0. It is a C0 Ganyu. All right. If you guys have to wait until the patch 2.3 livestream. All right. Trust me. If Ganyu is not in the next patch, in patch 2.3, and it's Zhao or Albedo, and Ganyu might be in 2.4, then maybe go for Hu Tao if you really like her. But if Ganyu has even a slither of a chance in patch 2.3, skip everything and go for Ganyu. That's all I have to say today. Hope I didn't take too much of your time. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be live streaming tomorrow. If you have any more questions, I would love to see you guys. Also, I'm going to be doing 2 Hu Tao giveaways. So if you guys are truly skipping and you are convinced you're skipping, you can still have a chance to get Hu Tao if you subscribe to my channel, join my Discord, and wait for the notice. I'll be live streaming her summons for some of my viewers, and I'll be giving away 2 Hu Taos to 2 lucky subscribers. Thank you guys for joining and listening to the end. Until next time, urge y'all, stay safe, peace, and good luck with your summons.